Okay, everybody, shall we get back to our seats? I'm very delighted to share that we now have our grand finale performance by Alunan Kampung Gelam. May I invite Alunan Kampung Gelam to get ready, and let's all put our hands together to welcome them back on stage. Come on, you guys can do better than that.
Thank you, everybody.
Over to you guys. Yeah.
Thank you, Sean. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you're enjoying your kueh. Please take your time. I will be sharing a little bit about our next set before we start singing, so there's no rush. And we know it's been a long day, so now is the time for you all to relax and enjoy this next segment. As you know, we are Alunan Kampung Gelam. And just to introduce us individually, I am Azura on vocals. This is my sister, Almira. She is our music director and she is on guitar and vocals. And this is our good friend Thaddeus on violin and, as you will hear later, vocals as well. Oh, by the way, in the spirit of honouring where we come from, just to mention, Thaddeus is a graduate of the Royal Conservatoire of Scotland rather than Yong Siew Toh Conservatory. Yes. Once again, just making sure everybody has a printout with our translations. If you don't have, please share with your neighbor or find some place on one of the chairs. Because we have quite a few songs and they all, you know, if you need the lyrics and the translations, that's where you will get it. So, our mom Faiza mentioned just now that as the only ones left of the OG multi-ethnic Malay communities to be still living in Kampung Gelam today, we consider it our responsibility to tell the stories and songs of the people who, for many generations, built our beloved neighborhood, the community which our mother grew up with and loved, and also the strong shoulders on which we now stand. You know, our mom always says, she has a saying, sorry hipsters, you did not invent Kampung Gelam so hip and happening, because it had already been hip and happening for centuries. Yes, credit to our mom Faiza. All right, next slide, please. This is the one, yes, thank you. So, our mom has mentioned that this strong, close-knit community in Kampung Gelam was displaced and destroyed. So today we want to remember and honor it, and we actually need your help, but we'll explain more about that in a little bit. First of all, merantau. Simply put, it means to seek, to explore, to journey, to find yourself. So when tanah and air are both home, what must it have been like for our ancestors as they made their way over the seas from wherever they came from to Singapore? When they left their motherland, did they leave behind someone special? Maybe somebody loved and lost? Or maybe in the merantau, they hoped to find someone to love? So, we begin our merantau today with a Batak song. Earlier today, we have heard from Ms. Nora Samosir about her Batak heritage. And in fact, on the top left of the slide here, you can see our neighbor. That is, the older gentleman is Pak Rosman Tambunan. He is from the well-known Nasi Padang Sabah Menanti family in Kampung Gelam. He was also a Batak. However, he was a Batak Muslim. So there is that diversity in the Batak community, isn't there? So we remember Pak Rosman as a jovial man who was always happy to share his stories. He sadly passed away a few years ago and we miss him very much. So Al-Fatiha for Pak Rosman. And now, this is what I mentioned, we need your help. This song, Sing Sing So, is about a man in search of his soulmate, praying that she will be there waiting for him. Sing Sing So is the sound of the canoe paddles as they hit the water. Almira, would you like to tell the audience what we need them to do?
Okay, so everyone is enjoying their free kueh, right? You all know there's no such thing as free, right? So enjoy your kueh and you're going to help us out and sing with us for this lovely Batak song called Sing Sing So. So your part is very simple. Okay, can you echo after me? Sing, sing, so. You go.
Sing, sing,
Keep going.
so. Sing, sing, so. Sing, sing, so. Sing, sing, so.
So you can go higher.
Sing, sing,
Can even go higher.
Sing, sing, so. Sing, sing,
You can
so.
even improvise.
Sing, sing, so. Sing, sing, so. Sing, sing, so. Sing, sing, so.
Got it? That's your part. Quite easy. Okay. Are we ready? Okay, we'll tell you when to stop and when to start. Here we go. Possible to get the guitar a little louder?
Go have a look.
Let's practice. Sing, sing, so go. Sing, sing, so. 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 Sing, sing, so.
Manang tu dia beta ho.
Sing, sing, so.
And pause. Sotung manimbil rohamda hasian. Pai masoro siroka nitodim. Tiudo totong lakani bawadi. Tasongon parbicar ni mata ni aridau. Lugahon da parahu.
Sing, so. Sing,
Uluson da logo. Tuhutani datulangi.
Sing, sing, so.
Lugahon da parahu.
Sing, so. Sing,
Uluson da logo. Manang tu dia beta ho. And pause. Sotung manimbil rohamda hasian. Pai masoro sirokap itodim. Tiudo totong lakani bawadi. Tasongon parbicar ni mata ni aridau. Thank you, everyone. That was beautiful. Thank you so much for singing along. So, it's a traditional song. Yeah. Yes. So, just now, you heard from Pak Sarafian about the Bugis community, right, that he comes from. And so this next song that we're sharing with you, Angin Mamiri, is a Bugis song. And it's about asking the winds to deliver a message to a loved one far away. And so imagine what must it be like to leave your home and hearth for the uncertainty of a future in another tanah air. This is Angin Mamiri. Angin mamiri ku pasang, ditujui totongana, tu saroa tak kalupa. Batumi angin mamiri, angin ngerang dingin seribuku. Aule na mengurangi tutenaya parisina. Batumi angin mamiri, angin ngerang dingin-dingin, nama lontang seribuku. Aule na mengurangi tutenaya parisina. Aule mangerang naku, matolorang jelemato. Matolorang jelemato. Thank you, everyone. Next stop on our journey. Everyone loves a good nasi padang, right? In fact, just now for lunch, what you had was from our famous neighbors in Kampung Gelam, Rumah Minang. Right, so originally they're from the highlands of West Sumatra, and their business has been in Kampung Gelam for 3 generations. In this photo, yes, you can see Mak Zubaida, the 2nd generation owner of Rumah Minang, together with the Sabah Menanti family. This is at the bottom right. Yes, that's right. So Mak Zubaida and Mak Mayulis are from Sabah Menanti, and they are sisters. It's very important that we, via our mum, we remind you that nasi padang is not the same as nasi Melayu. I think some of us in this room do know this, but we often hear this term being used interchangeably, and yeah, not the same thing. We really have to honor the rich culinary heritage of our Minang community. So this next song is a Minang song. It's called Kampung Nanjau, and it's especially poignant for us because a few months ago, we lost our beloved Warung Nasi Padang Pariaman, which you can see in the photo on the right. So, as our mom mentioned just now, for the original Kampung Glam community, all relationships go beyond the transactional. And so those were our friends, the Pariaman women from there in that photo. And their multi-generational family was close friends with our family in Kampung Glam. And they nourished us not only physically with their delicious food, but emotionally for 78 years until sadly they closed this end of January this year. And at Alunan Kampung Glam, we truly are still grieving their loss. So this song is for our neighbors, Rumah Minang, Sama Menanti, Warung Nasi Padang Pariaman, and especially Pa Isrin and Mak Rosna, who started Warung Nasi Padang Pariaman. We honor you and we thank you. Some of you may know this song, so if you know it and you can catch up with the lyrics in the printout, please feel free to sing along.
Kampung nan jauh di mata, gunung sansai baku liang, takkan ajo kawan nan lamo, sangkit pasuliang-suliang. Di mata, sujuang sansai baku liang, takkan ajo kawan nan lamo, sangkit basuliang-suliang. Penduduknya nan elo, nan suku baku tong royong, kung susah samo-samo diraso, dan takkan ajo kampuang, takkan ajo kampuang, induk ayah ada sadonyo, raso mengimbau den pula, dan takkan ajo kampuang. Kampuang nan jauh di mata, gunung sansai baku liang, takkan ajo kawan nan lamo, sangkit pasuliang-suliang. Kampuang nan jauh di mata, gunung sansai baku liang, takkan ajo kawan nan lamo, sangkit pasuliang-suliang.
Thank you for singing along, everyone. Thank you very, very much. Next stop on our journey is the Javanese diaspora, which, as many of us may know, it's not only the biggest of all the Malay ethnic groups in Singapore, it was also the biggest Malay ethnic community in Kampung Glam. So thanks to them, our mom had a happy childhood eating nasi rawan, nasi jenganan, and all kinds of delicious kueh. Our Javanese neighbors brought with them the grace and refinement of the arts, and it added to the richness of Kampung Glam. So therefore, their displacement from our neighborhood affects them deeply, even until today. And we know those who stayed right until the last day before they were forced to go. We know that they remember the pain and grief of having to leave their beloved neighborhood. one significant member of the Javanese community in Kampung Glam. It is Watla. You can see him in the top center photo. He is from the Gudung Kuning family, and at 94 years young, his memory is still amazingly acute. So he has all kinds of stories. And was it Dr. Suryani who said we are living archives, right? All of us. He certainly is one. So in April this year, we were thrilled to reunite with him and many of our former Kampung Glam neighbors for the first time for Hari Raya in our neighborhood. And so this next song that we're singing, a Javanese song called Suwe Ora Jamu, celebrates a meeting of old friends. So to all our Javanese neighbors, matur nuwun for your warmth and open-heartedness. Suwe ora jamu, jamu godong telo. Suwe ora ketemu, temu pisahan ojo gelo. Suwe ora jamu yo mas, jamu kodong maniran. Suwe ora ketemu, temu pisahan dari pikiran. Suwe yo mas ora jamu, jamu godong seligi. Suwe ora ketemu, temu pisahan dari hati. Abang-abang ora kurang, sing ijo diunduhi, sing legan ora kurang, sing duwe bojo kok dirusuhi. Ireng-ireng montore kanjeng yo mas, kanen rene tal setirane, yang podo seneng aja mun mandeng, kole kanangen di omae. Jamu rempah-rempah, wisuwe ora ketemu, temu maneh ing kampung Gelam. Thank you, everybody, for being such a wonderful audience and singing along, especially our Javanese friends and former neighbors. Okay, could we have the next slide, please? Next one. Right to the, yes, this is the one, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for staying right to the end. It's been a really long day, and we actually have come to the end of our offering. Now, this one is really special to me because I remember from my childhood this particular song called Pohon Beringin. And it's popularized by an icon in the Indonesian music world called Bing Slamet, who was actually my dad's idol. So I grew up listening to a lot of Bing Slamet songs. Next to what was Pondok Jawa in Kampung Glam was a huge Pohon Beringin, or banyan tree. Zuraida may remember, she was my neighbor, by the way. So we have a Kampung Glam resident right there as well. Now, try as many people might, the tree refused to be felled until it succumbed only when there was a huge storm a few years ago. So when you come to the site today, you would not know at all there was once a huge living being there. It's kind of symbolic of Kampung Glam, I think, sometimes, but the seeds of the tree is now being planted by NParks elsewhere, so may they bloom everywhere else in Singapore. Pohon Beringin is extremely significant in the Malay world for its symbolism. As it turned out, it's also significant in mainland Southeast Asia as well. So, with its attributes of strength, of being grounded, of being rooted, of protection, of shelter, may we all take comfort in the words of this song as we continue in our own Merantau, embodying of ourselves through the stories and songs of our ancestors. Alunan Kampung Glam would like to thank GSS, in particular Juliana Lim and the organizing committee of Harimas for having us today and giving us an opportunity to share with you our way of searching for an ancestry. In fact, it's not really searching. We kind of know already where we are, where we come from, but we want to deepen it, and we want to do it through music, through stories and songs, beyond looking at DNA and libraries. Here's the thing. There are so many questions I don't know about my own ancestors, and maybe that's not so bad, because life has to be a mystery, otherwise there's no magic. And in that mystery is our ability to imagine what it must have been like. And that was the journey for us. Maybe some things we know, some things we don't, and maybe we can empathize with what it must have been like for my grandmother, for my mother to be where they were, so that we can be here today doing this for you. Maybe the whole journey of Merantau is not an external journey. Maybe it's an inner work. Maybe it's an internal journey. Some answers are not to be found in libraries, I'm so sorry. Some answers are actually to be found perhaps in the archives of the soul. So perhaps in our way of going back to our family stories and our ancestor paradigms, there might be stories and songs, patterns that no longer serve our highest good. And maybe those we need to release and let go so that we become better versions of who our ancestors were, because that's why we're here today, to carry on with those stories and songs in a more modified version, the new improved formula, I would like to say. So we wish everyone well in your own ever-evolving journeys. And once again, we thank GSS and Juliana Lim and team for this opportunity. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Faiza Jamal, this is Azura Almira Thaddeus, we are Alunan Kampung Glam. And this is our last offering, Pohon Beringin. Thank you so much.
Nusantara terkenal sudah kau dari masa ke masa sebagai dua zat kebebasan insan Nusantara. Oh, di kau beringin, rindang badanmu membentang, tempat yang teduh bagi kenadang. Pohon beringin di kau lambang pengayoman, damai, tenteram dan bahagia, berkah kau perkasa.
Thank you, Alunan Kampung Gelam, for that wonderful grand finale. Please stay behind. We will now have the presentations of tokens of appreciation to our family researchers who came up earlier, as well as to Faiza, Jamal, and Alunan Kampung Gelam. May I invite Mr. Ronnie Tan, President of Genealogy Society Singapore, to present the tokens of appreciation. May I also invite the recipients to step forward when your names are being called. Fatih Abdul Samad. Thank you. Muhammad Zulfikri Rahmat. Nora Samoser. Thank you. And last but certainly not the least, Faiza, Jamal, and Alunan Kampung Gelam. Take photo, take photo. Okay, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of Hari Mas Malay Ancestry Search Day. But before we close, if today's session has sparked your interest and inspired you, please do consider finding out more about GSS Life membership. Yes, I said that earlier, but I am saying it again, hard selling. Also, we have a feedback form. We hope you can give us your feedback on the session today. Yes, please scan the QR code and give us good feedback. We also have a book bar located at the front counter, and we hope that on your way out later, you can lend us your generous support. No obligation, but it would be good if you could support the books. All right, and now let me bring back Dr. Suryani and Alunan Kampung Gelam for a special surprise.
Yes, so we've come to the end, but not quite the end yet. So before all of you leave, we would like you to join us to give a very, very, very special thanks to Juliana Lim for her hard work in taking the lead to bring us all together. I hope this is a beginning of many more such events to come and such goosebump moments. We need each and every one of you to help us, to assist us in this last thing that we have to do. May I invite Juliana, first of all, to come to the front. And may I invite all of you to stand up. And could you all please join me to move to the music that's going to be played by Alunan Kampung Gelam.
Melenggang dengan tari lenggang, kalau baik hati nanti orang pun sayang. Melenggang, hai melenggang dengan tari lenggang, kalau baik hati nanti orang pun sayang. Dari merantau ke Singapura, ke NLB bertukar cerita. Dari merantau ke Singapura, ke NLB bertukar cerita. Kami ucapkan selamatlah pulang, apa yang kurang dicaci jangan. Kami ucapkan selamatlah pulang, apa yang kurang dicaci jangan. Melenggang, hai melenggang dengan tari lenggang, kalau baik hati nanti orang pun sayang. Melenggang, hai melenggang dengan tari lenggang, kalau baik hati nanti orang pun sayang. Kendang kulit kerbau dalam majelis tari menari. Pukullah kendang kulit kerbau ini hoi dagang merantau, mengharap belas orang di sini. Kamilah ini hoi dagang merantau, mengharap belas orang di sini. Melenggang, hai melenggang dengan tari lenggang. Kalau baik hati nanti orang pun sayang. Melenggang, hai melenggang dengan tari lenggang. Kalau baik hati nanti orang pun sayang. Di Singapura aman sentosa, kaya dengan budaya bangsa. Di Singapura aman sentosa, kaya dengan budaya bangsa. Dia di hati nak buat jasa, sekarang sudah Tuhan kabulkan. Dia di hati nak buat jasa, sekarang sudah Tuhan kabulkan. Melenggang, hai melenggang dengan tari lenggang. Kalau baik hati nanti orang pun sayang. Melenggang, hai melenggang dengan tari lenggang. Kalau baik hati nanti orang pun sayang. Dengan tari lenggang, kalau baik hati nanti orang pun sayang. Melenggang, hai melenggang dengan tari lenggang. Kalau baik hati nanti orang pun sayang.
Thank you once again to everyone. Goodbye and all the best for your ancestry search journey. Thank you. Thank you so much. Best ending ever.